Good morning, good people. It's your brother, it's your uncle, it's your favorite realtor's favorite realtor, and we are taking you on a day in the life of a real estate agent. My whole thing is always about creating systems and holding yourself accountable to those systems, because if you fail to plan, then you're essentially planning to fail. So I like to start my day out at the gym. I go to several gyms throughout the area, and today I am at the YMCA, and I'm going to get a quick workout in. My workout typically consists of starting out with a little dynamic stretches, and then some cardio, and then play some basketball, and then get to the weights, and that's going to pretty much be my day. Then as soon as I get back to my home office, I'm going to take you guys on what I like to call ASMR for real estate agents. I'm just going to basically make a series of calls. I'm doing some circle prospecting, so I'm going to document a little bit of that, bring you on that conversation, how I create leads, how I also put folks that are existing leads on certain levels of my pipeline, just to kind of move them along a certain process. And that's going to pretty much be that. I did my home tours on Friday, so that's when I do home tours is on Fridays. So we're not going to do any of that today. It's just going to be getting things done for my real estate business to push things forward. All right, let's get it. All right, so change of plans this morning. Normally I start with my cardio first, but this morning basketball is going to have to be cardio, because in a little while, this gym is about to be overrun by pickleball players. So I forgot that certain days the court is reserved for certain things here at the Y. So I have about 20 minutes to get it in before, as I mentioned, it gets overrun by pickleball. So we're gonna get some shots up, and then we'll jump to the next part of the workout. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace. Had a great run here, and this is a little bit actually cardio before cardio. So I'm gonna go hit the treadmill, get some miles in, then we're gonna jump on the weights. Do you like this kind of format, as far as just kind of documenting the day of the life of a high-performing real estate agent? It's really a lot of taking care of the intangibles, stuff like this, making sure that your health is a priority, making sure that your family's straight, making sure that you are taking care of everything outside of real estate so that you can perform to your highest potential inside of real estate. All right, let's go get some miles on. So I am back in my home office today, and just left the gym, had something to eat, and now it's time to start banging out some calls. So my objective today is to knock out about an hour's worth of calls. Ideally, my goal is to make 5 to 10 really good contacts in a call session. I don't count leaving voicemails as a contact. I actually count an actual conversation with a prospect as a good call. So if I get 5 to 10, then I've done my job for the day. It's a whole lot of messages that I'm leaving, and you may be asking, well, Marvin, where'd you get your leads from? About this on the YouTube channel for a very long time now. Propwire.com is the move. So if you go on PROPWIRE.com, you can pull a specific list for whatever types of clients you want to focus on. It could be high equity. It could be folks that own their property outright, no mortgage. It could be low equity. However you want to target your list, you can curate a specific list for that, just that purpose. The only caveat is that the list do not have a good telephone number unless you pay for that. So this is an absolutely free way. What I do to get the telephone numbers is go on a place like truepeoplesearch.com, or if you have what we call Remind Pro, if your MLS offers that, you could typically go on there, type in the particular address for that prospect, and if there's contact information, and if it's on a do not disturb list, you'll see all of that information on Remind. So you just got to get after it, and that's what we're doing for this part of my day, and I'll bring you guys on once I get alive. And before we get going, I do have a dialer service, but since I'm documenting this on the same camera mic that I'm talking to you guys with, I'm just going to dial straight up from my office phone, and we're going to see what happens. Good afternoon, I'm speaking with Kendra. Hey, this is Marvin. I'm actually the neighborhood realtor for White Castles, and just calling to see if you had a moment.
I'm actually driving. I'm at work.
You at work? Okay.
Can you call me back after 4:30?
I absolutely can. My name is Marvin. I'll send you a text message now. All right. Talk to you soon. So this particular lead actually was good with me calling her back after a certain time. She didn't hang up on me, which I know is something that a lot of you all are very nervous about. You think that people are going to cuss you out or hang up on you. Most people are real chill. As long as you're chill and your energy's right, 9 times out of 10, they'll be chilling, their energy's right. So I'm going to send my contact information to her via text message so she'll have my direct contact. Then I'm going to set a timer because she said she'd be available after 4:30. So we'll see what happens with that. This is Marvin, soldbymarvin.com, the neighborhood realtor for this community. And I look forward to chatting with you after 4:30. All right. So what I'll do here as well is I have her in my database already. So I will make some notes. I like to make notes on every single official contact. So I've already had one contact. I mentioned to you all, the goal is 5 to 10. So I've actually talked to one valid property owner today. So I just like to throw those notes in my account that I chatted with this lady. And then when I follow back up with her, then we'll go from there. Hey Siri, set a timer for 4:45 to call lead Kendra. No, I just got a couple numbers here for this lead. I'm gonna check the numbers I have first, and then if not, then I'll cross-reference it using another system. All right, don't give me 3 wrong numbers now. Let's see what happens. And I like to stand up when I'm making calls. It's good for your posture.
Leave your message for...
Hello, yes, this call is for Barbara. My name is Marvin. I'm your neighborhood realtor for the property on Mill. Please give me a call when you get a moment. I needed to speak with you because I am the neighborhood realtor for the community on Milky. Look forward to connecting with you. Have a great day. If this is Barbara, please return the call. If not, please have a great day. Thank you. So I left in a voicemail. So this is interesting. So I see a different name for this property, but it's the same last name. So I'm going to try another number that I see here that could be a good number for the seller. It may be a couple. I do see another number. So let me give this number a call and see what it do.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 3-6 not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or...
Hello, this is Marvin, Atlanta Realtor. So I just called another number that I saw that could be the potential number for this lead. And someone called me back from this. When I announced myself, they hung up. So I'm not sure what was the situation with that, but we just move on to the next one. You try not to get too caught up on any one lead. I may actually have some bad data with this particular lead. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of it just so I can get that out of my world. And then we're going to call another potential listing here. So my objective today is to get at least one meeting scheduled that will convert to a listing. So that's why we're calling today. Hello, hi, this is Marvin, Atlanta Realtor, calling for Hermes, and I am actually the neighborhood realtor. If this is a good number for Hermes, I can be reached at 404-624-6127, and I'm calling in regards to the property on Ethel. My name again is Marvin, the neighborhood realtor for the community, and I can be reached at. Look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day. Important to make sure that the people that you are calling are not on the do not call list. You do not want to get sticky in that situation, because that's definitely not a good situation to have to deal with, to call somebody that's on the do not call list. So this particular lead, I am going to move on to the next one. All right, I got a good feeling about this one. And I'm targeting a specific zip code. Here in Atlanta, I like to do circle prospecting. So this particular week, I'm in the south side of Atlanta in an area called Stockbridge, Georgia. The median price range and the type of clients I like to talk to are folks that have a lot of equity in their property, which all these folks that I'm calling either have a paid off home or an almost paid off home. They may be a good fit. They may be for empty nester sales, things of that nature. So I like to target every single week one specific part of town. But you can, the riches are in the niches, so you can stay focused on just your part of town that you live, but you may find that you are running out of people to talk to. So the situation with this particular client is, it looks like, according to Remine and the data I can see on the owner, is this was a quick claim situation where the seller and the buyer had the same last name. So that may be maybe a couple divorced, or maybe a family member inherited it and then sold it to another person. Not sure here, but we are going to give them a call, see what's going on. Hi, Pat. This is Marvin Ori, Atlanta Realtor. I'm actually the real estate agent for the neighborhood here. I was giving you a call to introduce myself, and I did need to speak with you about your property. So if you can give me a call back, I greatly appreciate it. Just need maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your time as the neighborhood realtor to kind of walk through a couple things going on in our community. My number is, I'll send you a text message with my contact information, and I look forward to chatting. Have a great day. All right. So the voicemail identified the seller and that with a name that matches what I have for the owner address. So I just left the voicemail. And I have a pre-done text message that ChatGPT created for me. So I like to call, leave a message, and then send a text message, because if you're like me, I don't answer the phone if I don't recognize the number, but you can't avoid seeing a text message. So that's my hope, that the client actually responds to the text message, and I can go into the reason for my call. All right, so let's send a text message. Hi, Pat. My name is Marvin. I'm actually the neighborhood realtor for the community. Needed to speak with you when you get a moment. Please give me a call when you get this. I just left you a voicemail as well. Talk to you soon. And that's it, y'all. You short and sweet and to the point. Who you are, why you're calling. I always like to lead with the title Neighborhood Realtor. It oftentimes makes an even stronger connection to the person that I'm speaking to, because they feel like they're talking to a literal neighbor. And I am their neighborhood realtor because I'm licensed to sell anywhere in that neighborhood or any other neighborhood in my entire state. I use little, it's not to be deceptive or anything like that, because technically I am the neighborhood realtor, but those little things may help get my foot in the door for a conversation with them. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do, is I'm just trying to be a problem solver for them. And if they respond to the text message and call me back, great. If not, we move on to the next one. But I will make a note here that I did leave her a voicemail. So I'll know if she does call in, I can quickly cross-reference and pull this lead up. And if you're wondering where I have these leads saved, I have a CRM system that I use called Lofty. I really like Lofty. It's included with my being aligned with Real Broker. You can get it and pay $50 a month for it as of this recording. So it's not included with hanging your license, but you get an amazing discount, because I think it's like $500 if you're not with Real Broker to have it per month. So best $50 that I spend every month. It has a dialer, has a text message system. It has AI drip campaigns, email. Did I say dialer? It's got all that. And the only reason I'm not using the dialer and I'm manually calling these numbers is, again, because this camera and this mic is tied to the same mic that I use for my calls. So we will make notes that I left her a voicemail, and I'll put today's date. All right, and we will move on to the next one. Before I call, I just always like to do a quick search to make sure they're not on the do not call list. Most dialers will already verify that information. But as I mentioned, I'm not using my dialer today. So we just want to make sure we stay kosher. All right. So it looks like this particular client bought this property from Open Door. So that's good to know. They've owned it for a couple years now, and they are not on the do not call list. So let's give them a call. Hi, Ashley. This is Marvin. I'm actually the neighborhood realtor for the community where you have a property on Adams. I was actually calling because I do need to speak with you about a couple quick updates going on in the neighborhood. I am the neighborhood realtor. My name again is Marvin with soldbymarvin.com. And I wanted to leave you this voicemail firstly to introduce myself and how I could be of assistance. So you can reach me. Look forward to chatting with you. Have a fantastic day. All right. So I'm going to send Ashley a text message. Anytime I leave a voicemail, I like to make a note of that, because I can and will forget that I called this person. So I'll just quickly look there. If they tell me their name, I'll quickly go on my Lofty, search their name, and I'll see the notes that I left the voicemail. And then when I make an actual contact, I'll also, document what happened, how did that go, all that jazz. All right.
Your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Good afternoon. This is Marvin with soldbymarvin.com calling for Mr. The. I'm calling in regards to your property on Edna. I'm actually the neighborhood realtor, so I was calling to introduce myself. When you get this message, if you could please return the call to 4. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on a couple things happening in our community, as well to introduce myself. My name again is Marvin. For calling in regards to the property on Edna, I look forward to speaking with you. Please give me a call back. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, so no context so far for today's day in the life, and that's what it is. The day of the life of a real estate professional is just staying consistent on making those calls. So Mondays are outbound call days, Wednesdays are inbound lead management, if you will, and then Fridays are home tours. So of course, that is a static schedule, but as the needs of my buyer and seller client and whatnot, then I make adjustments to my schedule as needed, because those are the folks that keep the lights on. But I want you all to know, watching this, that the day in the life of a realtor is exactly that. It's a hustle. It's a grind. You just got to put a couple drops in the bucket every single day. Make that commitment to take care of yourself, take care of your body, manage your stress, get rest. We already live in a world that's stressful enough. So when you are talking with potential buyer and seller leads, they can feel that energy. So I always like to make sure that I'm showing up, like an athlete, ready to give it 100%. And if I'm not feeling my best, then, don't make calls that day, because you're only going to pour out what it is that you are currently receiving. So I think it's very, very important, as I mentioned, to just try to do your best to stay consistent with this. And again, I left a few voicemails, talked to one lady. We're going to talk after 4:30 today. So I've already set a little timer on my phone to follow up with her. And then that's how we keep this wheel running. She may be an opportunity, she may not be an opportunity, but the purpose is that I showed up and I called, and it may be a situation where my timing is perfect and she actually was waiting to hear from someone that's a real estate agent, and that person may very well be me. You got value from today's day in the life. I know it wasn't a whole lot that happened, but it is what it is. That's the grind. That's the hustle. Let me know in the comments below. And if you are not currently an agent with Real Broker, I would love to talk about alignment here at the greatest brokerage this side of the Mason-Dixie. It's time to get after it. It's time to stop playing around with your business, and it's time to start taking your business seriously. So click this QR code here to get on my calendar. Let's have a conversation and talk through some of the strategies like this one today that I'm using that's helping move my business forward. All right, to the next video. YouTube thinks that this particular video here is going to be a good video to watch. So before you leave this channel, I want you to promise me that you will watch one more video from this channel, and this one is it. So I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.